Hello everybody, it's Kim and welcome to Conversations with Kim. And I'm really excited because today I guarantee you're going to learn something that you didn't know before you started watching this video. First of all, I would like to introduce you to Tanya and Susan. Tell us who you guys are. What's Tanya and Susan?
Well, Tanya and Susan are the go-to gals. And what are the go-to gals? We are the social wing of Fresh Intuition, and we do social outings for women in the Bay Area. We do anything from connect activities, we collaborate, we explore, we get creative. We're all about having fun and meeting new people and making new friends.
I've been on several of their outings, and I can tell you exactly that's what happens. You make new friends, you make new connections, and you learn something in the process, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So, we have a very special guest.
Hi.
And this is Lisa Watts-Smith.
Yes.
And Lisa is going to lead something that the Go-To Gals are putting on. And what's the name of your outing? Tanya, Susan, tell us what the name of the outing is that you're giving, and then we'll let Lisa talk.
The outing is called Sacred Circles, and we're going to be doing these quarterly. What we're doing is bringing women together to get connected, to go on a soul journey through nature. And we'll be doing different connect activities to ourselves, to Mother Earth, to each other, taking time for intention setting, getting out and taking a stroll, having a nice picnic lunch. It's all about getting more tapped into yourself.
That sounds great. And Lisa,
tapped into yourself while creating community, right?
It couldn't be better. Lisa is going to be leading these sacred circles.
I will.
And tell us a little bit about what you'll be doing in this sacred circle, and maybe a little bit about yourself. And, so people have an idea of what to expect.
So ideally, we're coming together as a team. Tanya and Susan here have offered to create a sacred space in which they will make it beautiful for you, bring the food, decorate it. We'll have little objects of divination, things that we're going to work with, tools that we're going to work with, that will start out setting an intention. We'll go on hikes, whether they be silent or we talk along them, but we'll be looking for clues from Mother Nature about whatever you're going through or whatever you're working on. We'll be doing a lot of sacred journey work and journaling. And it's really an afternoon for women to get together in circle, work with their bodies, work with their souls, and join in a way that they can be expressive or be expressed to through nature, through spirit. Will come and work with them so that they can get what they need to be nurtured for themselves for the day.
So what if would I come with an intention to this? Would I come with, oh my gosh, I need to clear my head because, I'm having issues in my career? Or do they need to come prepared in any way? Or what can they expect? What should they bring with them in terms of internally?
I like that question because what normally happens when I work with people and I do group work is whatever you come prepared to work on kind of goes out the window once you arrive because you land where you're supposed to be, where you're going to get the most information and the biggest hit. So I don't know how it works. You've been in one of my circles. I'm not sure how exactly it works for everybody else, but I do notice that when I come with a certain intention to work with people, it changes by the time I get there because I read the energy of the group. We work with everybody. We're having fun, and or people want to go really, really deep. So it depends on who shows up, how the energy is held, and then we work with that energy to help either remove blocks or bring in things that they need. So that's kind of how it's going to shake out.
I love that, and I do know that. But if I were looking at this and seeing, these lovely women are having something called a sacred circle, do you know what I mean? Like, let's bring it to, say people don't know you and they don't know anything about a sacred circle. Why would they go sign up to be a part of a sacred circle?
Well,
right. Well, I think that's a good question. And I think sometimes when you hear sacred circle, it sounds a little woo-woo, and what's that about? And it doesn't have to be scary. It's all how you intend to bring yourself to the circle. And really, it's just women gathering, having lunch, taking time to just tap in, slow down, ask yourself some questions about what you've been stressing out that you don't take the time with, but you're supported by other women to help you work through that and just be supportive and give you ideas and talk it out, and it's just taking a time for yourself in nature and having a nice picnic lunch. It doesn't have to be any
Perfect,
weirder than
yes.
that, but it's sacred because it's necessary, I think, for women to do this.
Absolutely, and I don't think we as women take enough time for ourselves
Right.
because we're constantly giving
Right.
to others, whether you're a mother or you're a wife or you're an auntie or you're just a
Working.
career woman.
Right.
Right.
Not just, but I think it's really important, and that just answered the question. But the really neat thing, Lisa's a really unique individual, and she is what the world calls a modern day shaman,
Yes.
and that's really cool.
It's really cool.
So can you talk a little bit about that? Like what is a modern day shaman?
A modern day shaman is someone who works with energy, so and works with the soul level. I work at the soul level with people. So, for example, in relationship to these sacred circles, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into journey. We're going to be working at a different consciousness, at a different level, and I take people on those journeys. I lead people into the depths of their own soul purpose so that they can see things that are fabulous for themselves. Or part two could be I work with them and the energies that come in with that for them to help them heal on a deeper level. So a modern day shaman, I would explain that. How do I explain that?
I
That's
know
a
it
very
because
good
you have
question.
so many gifts also. Lisa is a healer. She works with your energy to heal you. Is that
right.
correct?
That's correct, yes.
And that's just sort of what I'm gathering. And you will actually not want to leave her presence when you meet her because she exudes such energy that everybody wants to be around Lisa.
Thank you.
So, I'm not going to go any further into that. I'm going to do another interview and another time with Lisa and go in depth a little bit more. But I would love for you all to know, just to suffice it to say, that a women's circle is something that every woman should experience if you have not already.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because of the energy and the freeing, being out in nature, having a great time, being able to share, being able to open up, find out what you have in community with these other women. And this is what Tanya and Susan have created with the Go-To Gals. And bringing their special guests, so quarterly, they're going to be doing Sacred Circles. So I hope to see all of you at the next Sacred Circle.
We all do.
And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you.